All right, evening everyone. We're heading back to Grid City for another race. Our Clockwise Direction starts in a couple of minutes. Just finished my warm up. It is 48 degrees in southern Mississippi, Central Time. It's about 5:45. 76% humidity, so 48 feels like 44. I almost thought about not turning any fans on for this race, but I finally started getting a pretty good sweat up going. I already changed my weight. I need to get my bike going real quick here before I forget that. Again, we're just going with the Zip 808 wheels on the Venge frame. Flip this over to first person view. 8 laps today. Just under 30 seconds to go. Clockwise direction, so after we come out of the pins, we'll make a left. Just under 10 seconds. And here we go. You got me. I don't like how it doesn't take a picture all the time. So I have to go and take a picture. Then I have to go back and do this. All right. We'll go ahead and I'll save this, X out of the game. Come back in for our cool down and debrief. I think I'm going to turn these fans off for my cool down. So I'll be right back. I only went with 2 fans this time, but it was cold enough. I don't know what just happened here. All right, I think what I'll do is I'll head to Richmond, just do the flat route. That way I won't be so tempted to put in any extra effort. My wife's running on the treadmill next to me. She was in the Swiss Alps, now she's in some sort of a studio thing. Let me make sure this screen is centered like it should be, because I think I moved something. No, we're good. Okay. I'll get out of this big gear. All right. So pretty happy with my results. I actually stayed with the front group, made several of the cutoffs there to make sure I stayed with them. There were several times where I thought I was done. You can see on the top my distance meter for me. The guy in front of me was more than 5 meters, so it disappears. And once you lose contact, especially at speed in a group, there's no getting them back. Well, I caught him back several times. Seems like just about every single lap on the downhill section. And then it almost seemed like they would slow up a little bit just before the start-finish line. And I think one of those, somewhere in there, like lap 6 or something, somewhere in there I wasn't paying attention and I let a gap form. So I think I got that back too. So I think I stayed with the front group until somewhere around the climb. I don't know if it was on the climb or people tend to accelerate out of the climb. Because what happens is if everyone's able to stay with them, everyone together on the climb, it kind of strings out a little bit, but they're all able to stay together. But some people are staying together and they're not really putting in a lot of effort. And some people are staying together somewhere in that stringed out of people and they're right on the edge. So it tends to be this acceleration, or maybe it's the same amount of wattage, but now you don't have the uphill, so now the same wattage on a flatter section accelerates. I'm not sure, I'd have to look to see what the actual wattage is. Obviously the speed is slower on the uphill, but I have to see the wattage to see what the actual work output is. Anyway, somewhere between there and that top section after you make the right turn, somewhere in there, I lost contact with the front group. And but having known that for the last 5 to 6 laps I was losing contact along the same section, I tried to just spin it up and dig in. Well, I didn't catch him. In the meantime, the guy behind me, who was sitting consistently at 4 meters back, 4 meters back, 4 meters back, he finally caught me along the downhill section. And then I let him come around, so I didn't just do a bunch of work for him. And just before the 180, I saw him, I was kind of watching his watts per kilogram, but then I also saw him getting out of the saddle, which your avatar will do if you exceed a certain output versus your FTP. So whether he was giving it his all or not, I could tell that he was definitely exceeding that threshold because his avatar got out of the saddle. And so I wound it up too. And I was actually catching him. His avatar got out of the saddle 2 more times before the finish line. And I wound up finishing right behind him. He was like, it's hard to tell on the avatar, but based on where his back of his jersey was, I would guess he's like right here. So maybe half a wheel length or so. But he definitely did finish in front of me. So that ride's already posted. While I'm looking that up, early on, I jumped on some guy's wheel in the kind of pink and white or something jersey. R. Boutier or something. He had that kind of jersey on. The guy that just passed us. Anyway, I jumped on his wheel and he brought us all the way back up into the front, into the group. On one of the times where I lost contact, I wanted to give him a thumbs up, but I knew if I play around with stuff on the side, I lose my concentration and I wind up not performing well in racing, so I didn't. And then about a half lap later, he gave me a thumbs up, and so then he showed up on my list, and all I had to do was hit the thumb. Versus the other way, I would have had to click on him, give a thumbs up, and come back over, click on me. Anyway, wound up finishing 18th place out of 50. Looks like a person behind us here doing an FTP test, so we'll give them a thumbs up. All right, let's see. Got the drafting power up a couple times. I used that right before the start finish just so I could use it. Gave me the ability to kind of move up in the group a little bit, sit in a little bit. I think I got the burrito a couple times. Again, I see that as a tactical power-up. I wasn't trying to play any tactical games. I was just hoping to stay with the group. So I wound up using those. I did actually use it one time. As I was trying to bridge back up to the group, and there was a guy sitting like 2-3 meters off my wheel. Right, so he was trying to get back on as well. And so I dropped it there. Wound up losing him because then he couldn't draft off me. And he went got like a 14 or 16 meter gap on him. But I'm pretty sure he was the same guy that half to 3/4 of a lap later, he blasted past us all and wound up back in the front of the group again. Which is fine. I mean, again, I wasn't necessarily doing it to try and make a tactical move, but it was one of those power-ups. I'm like, well, now's a good time to use it. This is a race after all. And otherwise, I would have just used it at the start-finish line. I did do that one time when I was at the back, so it gave me zero benefit. But again, I was only using it so I could use it up and grab another one. The last power-up I got was the steamroller power-up. And that improves your rolling resistance. So I use that to get the most benefit out of that when you're going to use it when you have the best, when you're going to get the best difference between what you get without it and what you would get with it. And that's true of every power up, given the option. Right, you don't always have that option. For example, anyway, so I use it on the cobblestone, which is the climbing portion. For example, this featherweight power up I just got, best time to use it is going to be when climbing, because it reduces your weight, and the best time to have a reduced weight is while climbing. But if I just got it, say right now, because on this course I'm on right now, there's a tiny little section right back at the last corner where it gets like 4 or 5% for a very short period of time. But it's enough where people know that, and there typically is an attack right there. So if you have a featherweight, that's the very best time to use it. For the, you're only going to get a little bit of benefit, but as far as that power up is concerned, that's the best time to use it. If I just got it right now, and there really isn't any up or downhill, there's like a little 1% here or there, but no real up and down. If it was all 0%, I'd probably use it for the sprint, because it's going to lower my weight for the sprint, so my weight per kilogram goes down. Sorry, my weight per kilogram goes up because my kilograms goes down. So with any of the power-ups, there's the best time to use it, and then there's the, any of these times are good to use it, and then there's the worst time to use it. So on the featherweight, the worst time to use a featherweight is on a downhill, because you want your weight to work with you on the downhill because of gravity. And if you drop the featherweight, you become lighter, and gravity is no longer helping you as much. So with any of the power-ups, there's the best time, there's the okay time, and there's the worst time. All right, let's see what else I get in there. I did get a ghost power up once. And again, I see that as a very tactical power up. I wound up using it just as I was coming back in contact with a group, and wound up dropping it and then trying to move up in the group a little bit. Again, not really trying to move it, use it as a tactical move, but more along the lines of, so the other riders, I disappear, they cannot see me, and I'm not draftable. So if I move up while they're not seeing me move up, so they don't see the move, and so I can move up without someone thinking I'm trying to attack or anything. Otherwise, you kind of run the risk of someone seeing your move and thinking there's an attack, and everyone sees everyone else moving, and all of a sudden you're not moving up anymore. So, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and bring this to 5 miles. Bring the gearing down a little bit to speed the cadence up. Push the muscles a little bit here. Trying to think what else. 8 laps, quick race. Heart rate was at, I didn't do any talking in case you didn't pick that up, because the heart rate never got below like 172 the whole race. Spent a lot of time up in the around 176. which I'm glad I could do it, because again, part of that's mental. In races past, if I was at 176, probably would have thrown in the towel, knowing that I couldn't give a lot more than that. Well, here I was frequently up at 176-ish, 74, 75, 76. I was able to dig and come back to the group on every single lap. So, I was happy with that. Drop the gear again, keep the cadence up, bring the speed down, wattage comes down. Breathing comes down. Heart rate comes down. And there's our 5 miles. All right, everyone, well, not a lot of talking on that one, but hopefully still a little bit enjoyable to watch. The race itself is pretty quick. I showed 26 minutes, 17 seconds. Um, 22:52 for my race time. So the race itself under 23 minutes. Give this person a thumbs up for their FTP test. As always, if you like that video, hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate it. If you want to stay notified when I go live or if I upload something or whatever, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That'll let you stay notified. As always, in the description, I will leave my usual three items. One is my Garmin data, so you can check out everything. 2 is the hydration product I use called H2O. And 3 is the link to all of the Zwift maps. If there's something you want to see me ride, even if I've already ridden it, or you want to see me ride it the other direction, or you want to go for a ride, let me know, leave me a comment, we'll hook something up. As I mentioned, several friends and relatives have got things for Christmas, so expect that there'll be some rides scheduled up. All right, we'll go ahead and flip everything back. And I will let you know to keep Zwifting. I will see you in the virtual world, and ride on.